I was up all night, but I have a great idea. Much like my project build series of Project Overkill, which started off as an axial dingo, kind of progressed, it was going to be a Chevy, then we decided to do a dually, then we decided to do the 2 transmissions and 4 motors and blah, 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 kind of evolved over time. I have an idea for the Beast upgrade. Now, I haven't done it, I haven't executed it, I've never done it before, and I may fail miserably, but I figured I might as well try it on camera, see what it's like. Now, I will show you something I did last night that wasn't on camera. Fender Flares. I did do front Fender Flares. Sorry I look so tired, but with being a new dad and doing the show and everything, what can you do? Fender Flares were for a clodbuster. I got them from RC 4-wheel drive. Big Boss Fender Flares for Tamiya Clodbuster. Package, part number ZS0679. They're rubber. So they actually drill right in, right, to the actual Lexan. And then what I did was once I put all the little lock nuts on it, I dabbed it with silicone. That's simple. See? Rubber flares. Now, looks pretty boss. Well, let's see here. If it was fitting properly like that. There. Flares on the front. That's not what I was working on. In the brain area, at least. Excuse me. Now it's taken apart. And I thought, well, here I have this platform for electronics. See, I was starting to wire up the electronics. Got the winch controller installed. Put a little bit of silicone around the connections for the winch controller, only to keep the water out. Okay. Speaking of which, this receiver that I'm using right now, I'm kind of testing it out to see if they work properly. Where are they? Here they are. Kablamo. This is my Spectrum. I know people say use Futaba. I use both. In my rigs, though, that are on the trail that get kind of beaten up, I use Spectrum products. My Futabas are too nice to get all muddy. This is the 4-channel with Reliacoat. Water resisting coating. I don't know. We'll see. Might as well give it a try, though, right? So that's what I have here for a winch controller and everything. But I have this surface right up front. And I thought to myself, what power system do I use? People are always saying, oh, he uses too expensive stuff, or he just throws his old stuff away. And I thought, you know, I was trying to keep everything fairly, you know, even though we had to upgrade some new stuff on this, try to keep using the old stuff from the Beast. But then I looked at the Beast's old ESC that's covered in silicone and mud and sand. It had a BEC attached, and I thought I could put that in and then maybe have it fail. Or I could keep that for like a throw together a truck. Like I'll put together a truck out of all the spare parts I have. A budget truck maybe. So with this, it kind of left me open, and I thought to myself, what should I use in this that would make everyone happy? And I thought to myself, boom! This is exactly what I use in my Black Widow, the Wraith. An RX8. This is a Gen 2 that just came out from Tekin. It's basically, let's see, input voltage 2 to 6S. Not putting a 6S in here, just a 3S. It can put out 210 amps per phase. There is a BEC installed already, which is a voltage regulator for different areas of the RC when it needs power. The BEC on this is 6 to 7.4 volts, 7 amp switching. This has a motor limit of, for brushed mode, no limit. So it means I can run these 235 brushed motors with no problem on this ESC. Now, the other thing I was thinking about the ESC is when I got it out, kablamo, because it's huge and awesome, plenty of power in this puppy, is that I could put it right here on the front. Now, if I put it here, I'm going to have to be creative in where I put the receiver and whatnot. But I have a different idea. I know everyone's been bugging me. They're like, oh, the engine's not the same scale in the back medic. It doesn't look right. No problem. we can evolve. I evolve. I like it in the back. I think the caged engine looks good. If I could find a bigger one, I will. And heck, who knows? Maybe I'll still use it. Just take the blower off and have forced air induction off of a different blower. Huh? This is what I was thinking about. But where would I get a different blower from? Because if we had a scoop on the front of the truck, that would be awesome. My other problem is that this darn RX-8, as powerful as it may be, and as stable as this truck is, someone said to me my center of gravity is too high because of the cage on here. But little do they know I've been building trucks for 5 years, and the center of gravity is actually rather quite low, especially on a set of droop shocks that have very little spring in it. You know what I mean? But regardless, adding any kind of top-heavy stuff always adds the chance of tipping over. I understand that. Well, it's not real life, it's RC. So I thought to myself, all right, damn it, because I want to use that RX-8, but bloody, I'll have to, it doesn't fit properly. Huh? Hold on. Achoo! Epic sneeze. Sorry, first one on camera. So I thought to myself, since I had been to Ride Makers, and you can get these online, and this is from that those cars you can put together. Got this outside of Disneyland. Like I said, you can get it at Toys R Us or things like that as well. Check this out. This is a little engine scoop. Engine scoop. Now it actually has 2 holes that go in there, but it has a magnet on the bottom. And I thought to myself, gee whiz, where is it here? The RX-8 actually comes with a fan for the top of the ESC. How many people are going with what I got going on now? Hopefully this works. If I take this front hood and I position the ESC exactly where I want it, and I put this here, and I mark it exactly where it should be under the hood, I should be able to cut the hood, put a hole in the middle of it, put the fan on the ESC, have the whole thing come through the front top, drill out the area on the scoop, and have the scoop as an induction for the fan, which will put all the people that say, you can't have the engine in the back, medic, at ease, because I could have forced air induction to the engine that runs in the back. Now hopefully I can do this without screwing it all up, because it's just an idea. But I think it's time to get out the Dremel! More climactic when I have it plugged in. Alright, here's the scoop. Let's have a look underneath and actually remove this section. See if this is even going to work out. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. 1, 2. Just a magnet. Beautiful. So what I'm going to do is cut a whole section out. See how it just separates? Perfect. I could use just this section if I wanted. Now, is that going to be enough scoop coming out, or should I use the additional piece? I think I should use the additional piece. We'll try. So we'll cut around here first. Can we take off the magnet for safety? We can. Good. There we go. There's the magnet right there. Looks like it's not coming out. Well, let's just cut around it. Safety glasses on. Glasses off. Pliers. Let's see if we can just lift this out. Beautiful. There we go. Let's do a quick dry fit. Yeah, looking good. Looks like I almost nailed it. It's okay. Needs to be adjusted in one spot, I see, but I can do that with clippers. Yeah. Now, it's not going to be that high. It's going to be about that high. Let's actually see. Let's bring the body up here, or the chassis. Chassis. Right there. Okay, looking good. Let's back up the camera. Okay, let's place the ESC roughly where I want it. Somewhere around there. Doesn't have to be precise right now, just in the area. Right on. Okay, cool, still fits the body posts. And that's how far we have it sticking out. Okay, now that's still not too bad for me. Still have the wire areas, kind of looks like an engine altogether. I may even remove the engine in the back now, not necessary. Let's see here, hold on a second. Pull it, there, take that out just for looks. Woohoo! That's the beauty of Velcro right there. Take off the shaft. Okay, now I know a ton of you are like, oh, that looks so much better! And a lot of you are like, oh, why did you remove the rear engine? Yeah, RC is meant to be explored and have fun with, hey? Okay, now with this sticking right out of here, I may want to cut it a bit wider to loop the wires back inside. But what are we looking at for this top hood scoop like I was thinking? Is it too big now? Let's see here. Maybe I will cut that bottom piece off. Do we put it in like that? That might actually work. Glad I didn't cut those inside posts off. That might actually work really well now. Can I slide the fan in under onto the heatsink? You darn right. There we go. Fan, scoop. Of course, are those scoop posts too long? Will they interfere with the fan now? I don't know. I'm going to have to waterproof this RX8. Alright, so I totally got in here and removed both the spacers. In fact, you can see one spacer on the top right there, and then another one on the bottom, which still doesn't interfere with any of my suspension, but in turn lowered the battery tray about another half an inch, as well as moved that front tray lower half an inch. This is exciting. I want to see if it worked or not. Let's see here. So if I put this in here, now that's perfect. Hopefully the spacing is still going to line up properly. That means this is just below the body posts, right? Which I could raise the body posts, but I don't want to. I like it staying fairly low. And then if I got this here and here. All right. So there, now you can't see it at all. Just kind of tick, tick, tick under the hood. You can see the posts though. And I'm leaving a little notch here. I'll probably rubber it so I can see the lights that are flickering. Now, if I actually take this piece, now if I was smart, I could use the whole piece that I wanted to use earlier, right? And let me see, where's the bottom of it? Where are you? Lifting out of the way, cannot find it. This is the piece I cut out. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now, like so, we could have it like this. Just one little tiny scoop coming out of the front. That's actually pretty boss. But this way will give us more airflow. Like that. I'm not quite sure what to say other than I love RC every day, every way, every single time I play. Hope you guys are enjoying the build. Hey, I know, I change the rules, but that's what I do on this show. I always make things new or improved or different, and now we can actually really see the engine setup of the twin engine, twin motors in the back. What do you think of those Fender Flares? This thing is looking very beastly. Still a long way to go. Sorry guys, builds like this evolve and take time. Heck, I haven't even wired this up yet. Maybe I'll do that in the next video.